part of it.
Lila, you do not know how difficult my life is. Hey, Allie, that looks terrific. Can I help?
Yeah, could you scratch my nose? There is a man right behind me. I think it's my date. I knew it. Look, I need 5 minutes to get ready.
He just asked me for a date.
Double.
Looks cute. I wish we could get the same colors on it. I've been pondering the orb, and what I mean by that is prematurely while I dig in my bag to get chapstick. But the reason that I'm recording these is, again, as a reminder to do the things that I have to do, but also because, I don't know, I just made the first one and I actually found out that like that was kind of fun. I don't ever record myself, primarily because I'm not gonna upload them anywhere, and I don't really like having videos of my face because of the, like, I know that, okay, chapstick has been put on and bag has been put away. I use Google Photos, and I know that somewhere along the line, my photos are not private and my videos are not private. And they're getting sold somewhere, or they're being used to train some AI, because it's the world that we live in. So I try not to take a lot of videos of myself talking, being too authentic as a person, because I don't want AI to use that to replicate an authentic person. Not that I think they're going to target me, but if they're feeding a bunch of videos to a AI to train it, I don't want to be a part of that in any capacity. Even having an iPhone kind of dooms me because they're all getting uploaded to whatever the cloud is. So I don't know how to stop that, or what that means, or how that works. Or maybe they're not, because my iPhone has been telling me that it's full for like the last year. So I don't know, who knows? But I've been having a lot of conversations with myself in the car because I don't pay for Spotify Premium. So whenever there's an ad break, I just mute the radio and see what's going on in my brain and talk to myself a little bit, because what else is there to do? And I think it's actually very therapeutic. I would recommend it to anybody. I would actually recommend that people cancel their Spotify Premium just to talk to themselves in the ad breaks, because I find it, again, therapeutic, but also just very insightful, because when you speak your thoughts out loud, you get to actually hear what you're thinking, which is a luxury that you don't get to experience in your brain unless you have one thought that's really prominent and really loud, and chances are that's a thought that you don't want to hear, because the thoughts that we don't want to hear tend to be the loudest. The brain is a backwards mess of organic mechanics. But point is, this is an oddly fun way to speak my thoughts of something and also have a record of it. So I don't know if this is going to go anywhere, but if it does, and if I do something with this audio clip, what do I want to be known? Let this be a mark that even when I'm being slow, even when I feel like I'm not progressing, I am working on projects. And I don't mean that to an outsider. I don't mean that I'm gonna post this, like, in saying this, if this does somehow end up on my YouTube channel that has 2 videos on it, I'm not saying this to be like, expect the unexpected, I'm coming for you, I'm gonna upload a 5-hour video essay. That's not what this is. This is more me saying to myself that it's okay to not really know what you're doing in the meantime, because you're gonna go places, you're gonna be fine. You're always working on something, even if you don't realize it. Because my brain has this strange ability to, like, retain the strangest things. And it'll be working on information even though I'm not cognizant of it. And what I mean by that is, like, sometimes I'll have revelations of things that I haven't thought of consciously in days. But then all of a sudden I'll have this crazy revelation that I'll have to share with people, and I don't even know where it came from because I wasn't consciously thinking of this thing. It just kind of occurred to me because I guess somewhere along the line my subconscious is just constantly working on things. But that to me is a sign that no matter what, my brain is steadily improving. And, well, that sounded dumb, didn't it? I suppose everyone's brain is steadily improving. But what I mean is I'm going to be fine because I want a certain life. I want to live a certain life. Everyone has dreams. And I think that the way my brain works, no matter what, I'm going to achieve them. And maybe I'm delusional, and I think delusion is part of the process. So even if I'm delusional, that's a step that needs to be taken, so why not take it now? But I'm kind of tired, and not tired enough to sleep, just tired enough to ramble, and be barely aware of what I'm saying. And then tomorrow I'll probably look at my phone and be like, why did I take these? Because, again, I don't like, is this gonna go into a rant about technology? Who knows? Maybe. Let's see what I say, because I don't even know. But society is in a weird place right now. Everyone feels the need to film themselves all the time. Everyone's constantly on their phones. Everyone is finding fulfillment from things that are not fulfilling, and then they wonder why they're upset and depressed all the time. And it's because you're constantly clogging your brain with nonsense that it doesn't need, that it doesn't want, that it doesn't get anything from. So based on the fact that I just said that, I'm not all that into technology, and I think it knows that because it tends to buffer around me. Sometimes I'm convinced I'm like some crazy apparition because stuff just be not working around me. But it's like a cat, like it kind of knows that I don't like it, so it just doesn't really want me to interact with it, I think. But what I mean by that is I don't feel any need to film myself to post my life, but I do have a desire to post. Not about my life. So, I suppose in some way I do. What I mean by that is I would like to post things that are important to me, things that mean a lot to me, things that I pace around my room thinking about constantly, because when I don't post them, it's all I can think about. But I don't post things, and the only times that I've been in that kind of craze where I'm like, I need to create now, has been the 2 times that I uploaded things. For some reason that was like a gnawing at my chest that I just couldn't shake until I edited the videos for hours and I hit upload. And even though they didn't gain any traction, that's not what I was looking for. I was just looking for something to create, and I created. So, goal achieved. But it's so strange living in an age where everyone feels the need to share things and everyone feels the need to record themselves. And yet, they don't seem to know who they are, and no one seems to know who they are, and they are the least authentic version of themselves. And yet they feel so insistent on sharing that with everybody and shoving it in everyone's face. I don't get it. And that's not to say, like, obviously the version of me that I'm posting on my videos is of course going to be a version that isn't reflective of the real me, because you can only show so much of your persona. What am I even rambling about? You could only show so much of your personality in a short video that has one specific topic. For instance, the one about the song I Can Be Your Mother. Bro, that thing was keeping me up. Like, I was up. I could not stop thinking about that song. I would listen to it on repeat, and I don't know why. It was gnawing at me, and I just needed to make something about it, because I would keep finding these things, like, so I kept looking up. I think I said in the video, I was curious to know what it was about. So I kept trying to delve into it, and all the answers I was getting didn't fulfill me in any way. I didn't like them, so I just kind of made my own answers and made my own analysis. And maybe someone along the way is gonna be like, hey, this sucks, let me make my own. But that's the beauty of creation, is we just keep creating. Oh my god, I keep breathing like that because I'm so tired and I'm trying to talk really low. So that people don't hear me rambling. So my throat is starting to hurt really bad. But where was I going with this? The act of so you can only show so much of yourself in a short little video. I don't think I'm specifically hiding anything about myself. The only reason I hesitated with that is because I don't think I am. If I am, I'm not aware of it. But I suppose we're all hiding something and not aware of it. But I would like to be a more authentic person in the things that I upload. And what I mean by that is, the first video I made, that video analysis, was extremely polished and it took me months. And that's not a bad thing. I enjoyed every second of it, but boy did it take a long time. And by the time I uploaded it, there was a new album out and I was super fixated on that, and I was kind of done with that song because I kept hearing my voice lines as I was editing them, and the song that I kept like going and double checking my analysis against. And man, you get sick of hearing your voice so fast. But I keep pausing because I honestly don't know where I'm going with this, and I'm so bad at staying on one track. I'm a multi-track kind of gal, but we'll see where this goes. I don't think I'm gonna upload this as an audio clip, but you never know. Things happen. I might. And if I do, it would be as a means of initiating the fact that I can hit an upload button. And what I mean by that is sometimes you really want to do something. I have wanted to upload YouTube videos since the dawn of time, and that's not a unique desire. I'm 21, so everyone in my generation has wanted to be a YouTuber at some point. But the whole thing is, sometimes when you don't do it, even if you think that you can, you kind of forget that you can. What I mean by that is, like, I know I can be a YouTuber if I really wanted to. I think that you can do anything that you really want to. I'm a strong believer in the power of will. But I also don't make videos, and I don't edit them, and I don't upload them. So I think that uploading this would be a good step in that process of not becoming a full-time YouTuber, but just proving to myself that I can upload videos. And I'm wondering the effect that, because I don't want to show my face, and I'm wondering how different life would be if I did upload this with my face. That's not a plan, but in some alternate reality, I would like to know how that goes and how that changes my life and how different that is, because I'm wondering if the view count would be different. And when I say that, I'm not making a statement about my appearance. I'm more just saying having a face attached to the words being spoken, I think it does a lot. And I don't want my face to be on there, but I'm just curious to know. But this is also fun, because even if I don't upload this, this would be a fun thing to watch in the future, I think. And future, I was gonna say my name, but if I upload this, I don't want to say my name. So, future me, how are you? I keep looking at myself instead of at the camera, and that's because I'm full of myself. But the point is, future bleep that. Future you, future me, present you, future me. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing things that you want to do. And I hope that we can meet. We're meeting right now. Time is a constant stream. And me talking to you is me talking to me, which is me talking to you, which is, I'm tired and none of that made sense. And I wasn't following that stream of thought. But honestly, what matters is sometimes I'm just saying things, and sometimes I'm just doing things, and sometimes I really don't think before I do things. When I turn on this camera, If you asked me an hour ago if I would end up talking to myself in a dark room and filming myself, how did I phrase that question? If you asked me an hour ago if I would have ended this room, if you asked me an hour ago if this night would have ended with me facing my headboard with my phone on it and talking to the camera and recording myself, which I never do. I don't think I've ever recorded myself talking to a camera. Except when I was like 5 and I'd borrow my mom's camcorder, but that's a whole different thing. If you asked me that an hour ago, I would have been like, that's not gonna happen. That's not me. That's not who I am. But I've been acting recently. Like, I don't know. I've just been doing things recently. And sometimes I think back and I'm not like ashamed of the things that I did. Like I'm not ashamed of the actions that I take or make, or however you would say that. But I am like, why did I do that? And what was I thinking? And who was that? Because that wasn't me. And it's not in a way where it's like, oh, I have multiple personality disorder. I don't. It's more in a way where I'm like, why am I doing that? And I don't mind it. I don't mind that I'm doing that. I think it's fun, and it keeps me guessing because I don't know what I'm even gonna do. But it's more because I'm just freely yapping. I actually am not hearing the words I'm saying, so I keep forgetting. Oh my god, a Depop item that I'm like just dropped. Okay, sorry. Where am I going with this? Oh, so last Sunday or Monday, I don't know, I don't work on either of those days, so I don't keep track which one is which. But I went to a friend to TJ Maxx. We hit up a thrift store and we went to McDonald's because she had a coupon, and she got a dirty Dr. Pepper and I got a caramel frap. It was beautiful, by the way. Thanks for asking. But we went to TJ Maxx and I don't know what possessed me because I was the shyest child imaginable. But we go in the bathroom and we're the only ones in there. And I've never been in a TJ Maxx bathroom, but that caramel frap had me needing to pee. So I go in there and I'm peeing. And I see someone on the stall next to me and I'm like, oh, I didn't know my friend was wearing those shoes. Those are nice. But that's beside the point because I'm like, there's no toilet paper! And I just keep yelling about how there's no toilet paper. And it's not even like there was none. I think I was yelling about how there was none. But it just wasn't coming out. Like, it was way in the plastic thing. I had to like jam my hand up there and grab it out. But it took like 30 seconds to actually successfully do it. And the whole time, I'm like, no, there's no toilet paper. And I just keep yelling, no. And I don't know what possessed me to do that. I could not tell you. If you told me I would be going into that bathroom yelling about how there's no toilet paper, I would have been like, that doesn't sound like me. But like I said, I've just been doing things and not thinking about them. And I really like that I'm living like that right now. I would not change that. But point is, what was the point? Oh, it wasn't my friend, is the point. And this woman was like, oh, do you need toilet paper? I was like, oh, no, I got it. And I kind of waited for her to leave before I exit the stall and laughed at my friend who was waiting by the sinks. But point is, I've been acting, and I don't know who I'm acting like. And it's not like I'm not acting like me. It's just I'm acting so much like me that my brain doesn't have a chance to even be like, yo, filter that behavior. Because usually, I think the modern human would be like, yeah, don't do that. But I've just been doing before my brain even has a chance to say stop. which, again, I don't mind it. It keeps me guessing. It keeps me on my toes. I don't mind. But I'm gonna pull off this loose threads from my shirt real quick. Hello? It doesn't want to come out. So I guess I'm just sleeping with it. But, oh, whoa. I got it. I don't know why I just threw it off the bed. I should have just put it in the garbage can. And I threw it in a way where it's like really hard to get to. But that's the end of my midnight ramblings. What time is it? Psych, it's 10:19, but I go to bed at like 9. I mean, okay, that's a lie. I try to be in bed by like 9:30, but I don't fall asleep till like 12. And it's not even like I'm on my phone or anything. I listen to horror stories on my phone to fall asleep because before that I was just stuck alone with my thoughts, and I just got it. It made it harder to fall asleep somehow, being able to hear your own thoughts constantly. But now I just listen to horror stories, and that actually gets me phasing in and out of existence pretty fast, relatively speaking. So we'll see what happens with this video. Truly a ramble. Truly a... That was my nail against my pillow. Sorry about that. I didn't know it was broken like that. Like, it's really serrated on the end, so it just got caught on every fiber. But my throat hurts because I'm trying to keep my voice really low. And I'm gonna go. Good night. Thank you for listening. If you are future me, I love you. If you are not, have a good night.